Hi, love bugs. I'm Ariel, and this is Maven Unmasked. Welcome to days 15 through 20 of the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge. So let's go ahead and get started. The question for day 15 is, why do you usually use the tarot? Self-reflection, guidance, advice, recreation, communing with the spirits or dead, communication with deity, or other. Um, all of the above. I use tarot for self-reflection to figure out what's going on with me when I can't always think clearly. I use it for guidance for myself. I use it for guidance for others. I use it to help myself and others gain clarity and insight, to empower people, to get you to really, get the gears of your mind going, to really get you thinking. Tarot can bring out a lot of aspects that either we don't want to take a look at, but we really should. Things that are holding us back. Um, there's spreads that you can do for all kinds of things to figure them out. It's just a wonderful, wonderful tool. I use it for fun. I love the colors of tarot. I love the concepts of tarot. Eventually, I would like to go into spiritual counseling and work with tarot, doing that. I think there's so many benefits that the tarot can have in a counseling environment. I know it's helped me a lot in that aspect and many others as well. As far as communication with spirits goes, I am a developing medium, so I do not use tarot for communication with the dead or with spirits. Do I believe it is possible? Yes. But I do not use it for that. I have other techniques that I use to connect with the, de- the deceased, with our loved ones who have passed on. Do I use it to communicate with deity? Yes, I do. I do use it to communicate with deity, but I also use meditation for that as well. Um, and like I said again, I think the artwork is just so beautiful. I like to use it in journaling and all of those things. The question for day 16. How much emphasis do you put on the textbook meanings for cards, and how much stress do you place on the feeling you get from cards through their artwork, symbolism, etc.? So the first part of this question, because it's a multiple part question, um, I believe that it is always good to know the basic standard meaning for a card. Um, Tarot is structured for that particular reason, but I do believe that a lot of the cards overlap. Secondly, um, I do take stock in the standard definition of the card, but that card won't mean the same thing for me in every reading. Like the Six of Cups for me in a reading, it may mean one thing in one reading about something, and in a different reading, it may mean something else. It just depends on the context of the question, on the energy. I read intuitively. I do read intuitively. I am an intuitive tarot reader. So it is all about feeling for me. It is all about the whole overview of the spread, the feeling I get from the spread, um, and how it all relates to the question. But I am definitely, definitely an intuitive reader. If I get the Seven of Swords in a reading, um, I may not go with the standard meaning of the Seven of Swords. I may pick something else out in that. The Five of Wands, for example, is all about competition. But if you look at the Five of Wands in the standard Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, my eye always goes to the guy in the white and blue polka dots. There's competition, but he stands apart. What is it about him that makes him stand apart? So it all just depends on what my eye is immediately drawn to. I think that's why I like different decks as well. The different artwork can bring so much more out of me intuitively about the meaning of a card, and it really helps me expand on my definitions as well. The next part of this question is, do you do both or one or the other? I do both, but mostly I'm an intuitive reader. I really love decks that I can use my intuition with and let it run free. I also think that's why I really, really love oracle decks and have more oracle decks than tarot decks, because it's hard for me to really find a tarot deck where I can fully be free in my intuition, but not have the card just randomly so out there that I'm completely confused and blown off my rocker. Um, do I ever use the major arcana without the major arcana or vice versa? I do use the major arcana without the minor arcana sometimes. It really just depends on how I'm feeling intuitively. Um, do I do that with clients? Not so much. For clients, I like to use the full deck. Unless there's a really, really particular reason or my intuition is telling me major arcana only. Do I ever use the minor arcana without the major arcana? No, I do not. And do I read with major arcana only decks? I would if I had one, but I do not have one at this time. Day 17. Do I read using reversals? Why or why not? I've always read with reversals. Ooh, something fell. Okay. I've always read with reversals. When I first started, maybe not like the first month, but after that, when I kind of figured out what they were, um, I've never stopped. Sometimes in a reading, I'll particularly ask for no reversals, depending on the question, because sometimes I think they may throw me off track, but that's only for personal readings. But for client readings, yes, I do use reversals. Reversals bring so much more depth and juice and meat to a reading. I think everything in tarot is covered, even if all the cards are upright, but there's something about reversals. I love that they make my mind think in a different way and a different angle. Um, I love, the Revelations Tarot for this reason. The Revelations Tarot was the first tarot deck that I used um, to help me work with reversals. Because in that deck, if you flip it over, you still get an upright image pretty much. And that really helped me kind of figure out what reversals meant to me. Do I always take it as this is blocked? No. I always think you can turn a reversal upright. I think it could mean it's delayed. I think it could mean it's something that you're afraid of or that you're not working towards or something that went wrong. It all depends how I feel. Again, I'm an intuitive reader and I read reversals intuitively as well. Do I feel a connection to my cards? Absolutely, 100%. They're my babies and I love them. Um, they call to me. Um, like I talked about in an earlier challenge video, there's a deck for every reading, um, and they'll call to me. Sometimes, like I'll know right off the bat which deck to pick, but sometimes I'll just have to go and just look at them, and the right one will call to me. But I definitely feel connected. They all resonate with me in different ways. They all give me different things. They all bring out different parts of my mind and my memory bank and my emotions and my clairvoyance, all my clairs. So yes, I do feel a connection to my decks. I respect them because even though they are bits of cardboard, to me, they're sacred. They talk about the sacredness of human experience. A lot of things that the average person I don't think wants to talk about. They're a treasure chest. They're a holy grail. They have so much mystery and so much intrigue and so much advice and so much love and so much guidance and sometimes a good smack in the face when you need one. I feel I 100% feel a connection to the cards and to all of my decks. Um, do I read for myself and or for others? Why or why not? This is for day 19. Um, Day 19. Do I read for myself and or for others? I do read for myself, but I don't always like to read for myself. Sometimes I'll just keep going and asking the same question or use a different deck for the same question, and I can go in a million different rabbit holes. When I read for clients, I'm not like that. I'm very, I can see it as it is, but for me, it's difficult. So I do read for myself sometimes, like I'll do a daily draw, or if there's something that's really bothering me, I'll lay a spread for it. But I'm working on, like, if it's an issue, like, I only lay the spread once. That's it. I think that when I read for myself, if I don't get the answer that I want, I'll try it again, or I'll try it again with a different deck. So that's just something that I'm working through and working towards. But I do like different spreads that serve different purposes, like for chakras, or like the new moon, the full moon, my House of the Soul spread I love. So, it really just depends. But do I read for others? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I love reading tarot. I do weekly readings on my channel. I do, cards of the day and stuff on my page, my Facebook page, on my Instagram. And I do, read for others as well. I don't take money for readings right now. I'm planning to open an Etsy shop sometime this year. I'm very, very excited about it. But it looks like it's a little bit more in depth than opening an Etsy shop than I thought. So I really have to get all of my ducks in a row first before I can do that. But I do readings for others. But I just don't sell any online yet. um, and how do I feel when I do readings? Um, oh, but sorry, back up. But I do free readings through my Facebook page sometimes, or in Facebook groups I'm a part of. I do free readings there. Okay, day 20. How do I feel when I do readings? I feel connected. I feel connected to source. I feel connected to the universe. I feel connected to my guides. I feel connected to everything, to all there is, to all of the energy, to myself, my higher self, my true self, who Ariel truly is. I feel free. I feel empowered. I feel love, and I give love, and I receive love when I do a reading. I feel like I'm tapping into magic. I feel like I'm tapping into infinity. I just feel so connected and blessed. I feel blessed to give readings. I feel blessed to do this work. I feel blessed that, I took the time to learn the tarot, and I feel blessed that it's helped me. And I love doing readings because I love helping others, and I love helping others break down their barriers and tear down their walls and take off their masks and be themselves and love and give love and receive love, and to change their lives and to change the way that they think, change their perspectives, to help them give positivity, to themselves and to their lives, and to look out for themselves. That's how I feel when I do readings. I love that. I love that tarot can do that for me and for another person, and I can help another person through the tarot. So those are days 15 through 20 of the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge. Thank you again to Ethany for creating this challenge and for bringing us all together. I'm having so much fun, and I will see you all on the next batch. Have a great, great next couple of days, lovelies. Bye.